Sydney Sweeney. Body wash genie.
The reality is, guys prefer naturals. And if it's natural body wash you're looking for, Dr. Squatch has got you Natural Kings covered. The ingredients, naturals. Scent options, naturals. Around-the-clock moisturization, naturally. Now available in-store and online at drsquatch.com. Dr. Squatch Body Wash, for men who prefer natural.
More Chumba Casino fan mail. Love this. It says, Dear Ryan, I love Chumba Casino. They're so much fun. I love the wild ride from the social slots to the slingo to jackpots quicker than a 6-time real spin. Everybody's finding their fun at Chumba Casino. Why don't you find out for yourself? Head to ChumbaCasino.com and enjoy hundreds of casino-style games for free with your welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Punch it, Chewy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this incredible podcast, if I can say so myself. Is that too much to big myself up this early?
No, I think it's okay. A lot of people have been bigging us up recently. It's nice.
It's nice. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to... No, what's the thing that RuPaul says? You don't know because you don't watch the show, but my wife watches it. If you can't love yourself, how the hell is someone else going to love you or something?
Oh,
how the heck?
Sounds very sensible.
It is
American,
but it's a nice idea, and I like the way behind it. But
the way I think more about it is that I read a thing on the internet the other day that was like, you win, you can have $5 million, but the person you hate the most gets $10 million. And I was like, hey, I could do a $15 million. It's all good.
Oh, that's quite sad. In all honesty, if that was a thing, if I got 5 million person and the person I hate the most got 10, I'd be fine with that.
Me too. Genuinely fine.
Yeah, good luck to him. I've still got 5 million. I'm very happy. That means I can give up my work. And that's all I want to do, really, in
100%.
life.
100%. Yeah.
My wife says my life goal was to turn like Grandpa Joe in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and just live in my bed.
Just live in your bed.
Nice and cozy.
I would need something to do. So I would have to have something to do. But it would be of my choosing. Yes. So I wouldn't be able to sit, I wouldn't be able to lie in bed all day. I couldn't do that. I would have to have something to do. But that thing would be like podcasting and putting everything into it. Or like opening my own car garage, that kind of thing. I would have to have something that's of my choosing.
We all have dreams. We all have dreams. Anyway, shall we do the podcast?
Yeah, we probably should do the podcast. I don't know what we're talking about. Surely everyone's tuned out by now.
We're just talking about like those... You miss 100% of the shots you don't take and whatever. That's,
those
beautiful.
Things. Yeah.
Live your dreams, guys. Anyway, living our dream. This week we are reviewing the third film in a strange franchise. Is the third Venom film, aka Venom: The Last Dance.
Yes. And I was... Do you know what? I said when we watched Carnage... Let There Be Carnage, that I was hoping the third one was going to be good. Because I thought Carnage was fine, but just had this feeling the third movie was going to be really good. And lots of people mercilessly took the piss out of me for that. They were like, of course it's not going to be good. What are you talking about? And then I saw the trailer for this movie and I was like, oh, I might be right. This looks okay.
You were excited, man.
And then I watched this movie and I was like, no, they were right.
Oh.
I was wrong.
I've watched this film and I was not expecting a lot going in like you. I was very wary of this this franchise, because let's be honest, it's not good, right?
I like the first one. I think the
Look,
second
he's
one
pointing
is...
his finger at me. He's pointing his finger at me.
I like the first one. I think the second one is fine. I have real problems with this one.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. This is all just fine to me. It's all part of this mad spunk universe with the Spider-Man bad guys, villain that don't actually have anything to do with Spider-Man currently. It's just Sony in association with Marvel, I have to say. It always makes me laugh when that starts at the beginning.
Yeah.
And this is what we get. So Tom Hardy's back and his little buddy Venom. No one else from the other two films are back. Gone is Michelle Williams. Can you remember that character's name, Rich, without looking?
No.
Without looking?
No, I can't.
Good. It's called Anne.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I do remember now you said it. It was there, sort of towards the middle of my head, not the back.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Last time we left Venom, there was something going on with the multiverse universe of an end credit sting that we thought we might finally get him in another thing or a bit of Venom somewhere else, but I'm not quite sure what the fuck is going on there. So here we go. Rich, do you want to give any background? I think people kind of know what's going on by this point. I'm not going to make you
Good.
Venom and Eddie Brock.
I can't remember all that shit. So, yeah, I mean, Tom Hardy's Venom is quite funny when he talks to himself. There you go. That's the movies.
There we go. Synopsis for the third one, please.
Okay. So we kick off pretty much from the end credit sequence of the last one, where like Eddie and Venom are in Mexico in a bar, sort of on the run. They're on the run, aren't they? Ish.
Yeah.
After the events of Carnage, where a policeman gets murdered. You think murdered. Yeah. And there's some very, very shit exposition at the start where a guy called Null, who's like the god of symbiotes, whose face you don't ever see, is getting some monsters to track down all the symbiotes. It's rubbish. It's the worst kind of exposition ever. Like, it sets up this Thanos level bad guy that doesn't fucking pay off at any point. Like, unless there's going to be 5 more of these Venom movies and they're building this guy up to like be the big bad.
You never know.
I thought this was the last one. So if it is, that's a fucking waste. Because does nothing. Anyway,
it's getting angry.
I really didn't like this movie. I really didn't, and I'll tell you sort of all why as we go. But anyway, sorry. Essentially, you find out there's this thing called the Codex. Why is it always a fucking Codex? It's always a Codex. Why can't it be called something different? Why can't it be called Steve? Like, they've got to find the thing that's called a Codex. And one of the symbiotes has it, and it turns out, wouldn't you know it, it's Venom. Because the Codex only gets created when a symbiote truly connects with its host.
Oh, okay. Didn't even get that.
Oh, you didn't get that? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, there's that shit. So Eddie and Venom are trying to get away from this thing that's hunting them. I'm not too sure. And get to New York because there's a judge in New York that can help
blackmail
Eddie. Yeah, like he can blackmail. So they're attempting to get to New York whilst being attacked by this monster thing. They end up, they don't get very far. They basically get to Nevada, which, from Mexico to New York is not that far. And they stumble into Area 41, where...
41? It's 51.
Is it Area 51, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely Area 51.
Whatever. Roswell, that shit. That alien stuff. Where Chiwetel Ejiofor and Juno Temple are doing something inexplicable. I don't fucking know. But they do have some other symbiotes who are a lot nicer than Carnage was. And things happen from there on. There's a family they meet on the way with Reese fans, and I hate all that shit. It's a thing.
To be fair, as mad as that explanation you just did, and as bad as it was, it is kind of what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's an inexplicable mess of nonsense. This movie is so shambolic that it's really hard to follow. And
I'm so surprised that's not what you thought this movie was going to be. Because that movie that I just watched is exactly the film I thought it was going to be.
I genuinely thought this was going to be better.
But why?
Because the trailer looked good.
Yeah, but we've been fooled by trailers.
I don't watch trailers very
years.
often. I know, but I don't watch trailers. And so I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, do you know what? They're finally going to do something interesting here. They've got this real big bad who's going to be interesting. I thought this is worse than the first two. It's worse than Carnage. It's definitely worse than the first Venom movie. It's so pointless and nonsensical that I'm just angry. It's just a waste of Juno Temple.
Well, it's waste of a whole cast, to be honest. But some of those casts try. I love that Tom Hardy is still fully committed to the cause. He is there. He's willing.
I don't know if he is, though.
He definitely is. He would not be in this movie if he didn't.
He's a much more jaded.
Tom Hardy does not make things he doesn't want to make. He loves these movies. He knows what these movies are.
I get that, but the performance on screen looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Well, he is playing with a man that has a hangover for the whole movie.
Yeah.
In that case,
give
choice. That man an Oscar.
That's a weird choice.
He just went to the director at the beginning. By the way, I'm going to play this character in this whole film. I've got a hangover.
Yeah.
That's how I'm playing it. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, this is exactly on par with the other two, which is a film that I hopefully never watch it again. But if it's on an aeroplane and I need something to take my mind off that I'm in the air, but I don't want to concentrate too hard on, something well beaten, this is the kind of mindless, senseless shit I will put on. It is junk food at the highest level of a movie making, and not in a good way. I mean, it's the stuff you're going to eat and then you feel bad afterwards because you shouldn't have eaten it.
I felt bad 5 minutes in, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because it's riddled with plot holes and bits that you're not needed. And...
it's honestly, it's rubbish. The first few minutes, there's the whole multiverse jump thing. I was like, well, you don't need to show us this. You've done it once already.
It's wasted now.
That's pointless.
They've cancelled the multiverse thing in Venom, it seems.
Exactly. It's all nonsense. There's that little bit of Venom that gets left behind. I thought, that could be interesting. Nope. That gets taken away in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a bit where I guess they're trying to show us that Eddie and Venom are these hero, anti-hero kind of thing now. And they hear a woman scream and they go off to investigate. Turns out it's a dog. And they just end up biting the heads off of 5 Mexican gang guys. It's all a bit fucking stereotypical, really. And stupid. I don't know, it just goes downhill from there. It really does. Poor Juno Temple, honestly, what movie she's in.
It does feel like that is a slightly different movie from what Tom Hardy and Venom are in.
Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, he's pointless. What? I mean, there's been all this talk about Chiwetel Ejiofor playing different Marvel characters in different Marvel movies and stuff, and they didn't touch on that at all. There was no kind of, they were just begging to do something clever with that. He could have been anyone. He could have been me. It didn't test his acting ability. He didn't do anything interesting. Nothing, completely pointless. Talking of pointless, Stephen Graham's back as well.
Oh, well, that's Snails of a Man that signed up for a sequel and he has to do the sequel.
Absolutely. That was going through the motions. Again, completely fucking wasted. Right. Rhys Ifans is in it for some fucking reason, playing the same character as he does in Harry Potter.
That's Luna's dad.
Yeah. And that's awful. They shoehorn Mrs. Chen in for no reason.
Oh, that was truly horrific, by the way.
Honestly, the whole Vegas thing is fucking horrible. Genuinely fucking horrible. The bad guys can only find them when they combine to be Venom and Eddie together. Yeah. So as long as Venom doesn't come out, the bad guys can't find them. And so he wastes that by coming out to do a dance with Mrs. Chen.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's so bad. It's so bad. Ugh.
I can feel the anger in your voice. And I'm a lot more c'est la vie here, I feel like.
I even watched this in Aylesbury after work on a comfy chair. And it was still bad.
Christ. Did you wait around at the credits?
No.
There was 2 credit stings.
I don't care. I left. I deliberately left because I don't care about any more credits.
There is a big bad guy. Like you said, they're trying to set up. And they don't do anything with him. I don't know, there must be a master plan somewhere that he must come back somewhere to do something, because otherwise that was fucking pointless.
Yeah.
Like you said, they don't show his face. It's like they didn't have enough budget to...
Well, it's Andy Serkis, isn't it? So
is it?
Yeah.
Christ, I didn't even know this. I'm learning so much from you.
Yeah, that's Andy Serkis. Not that you'd know, because...
Just his voice. Couldn't have been any motion capture or anything.
Well, he's not. He's a human. He's just got his head down with hair over his face.
I know, but he's still... Oh, you didn't see his face?
No, I didn't see his face.
You should have waited a little bit longer.
Oh, okay. Right.
He threatens a bit more of the world and the planets, and friends come back and I'm going to destroy it. That kind of shit.
Right.
Okay, that was one of them. And there's something else at the end that even
I knew I should have stayed for the credits, but to be honest, I was so pissed off by that point that I just wanted to get out of there.
Well, that one wasn't even like just before not even mid credits, because the credits went on for ages. Because I was waiting for that last one. I was like, fuck this, my life is not worth this anymore. I'm going to go have some dinner. So I waited for the first one and thought, okay. And then I read what the second one is. Like, don't really need to know that.
I had to drop my car off at a mechanic's, so I had to go and do that. So
all these excuses.
Left. Yeah.
All these excuses. Shall we talk a little bit about spoilers? I mean, if we can.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. There's not a lot to spoil, really.
Spoilers. The only bit that really annoyed me... Oh, by the way, did you enjoy the creatures? The design,
not
the blood,
really.
the Fs and the shits? Made it a bit more adult? At all for you?
So they clearly can only say one fuck in this movie. So there's a bit where Eddie's about to say motherfucker, but he doesn't. He just says mother. And then they saved the fuck for fucking Risa fans. But like they've got all the times we could do a fuck. We'll save it for this really pointless one of a man who puts his own family in danger because he's an idiot.
Yes.
Like it's just
But fun? Question mark? Family?
No, not fun.
Okay.
No,
not even the bit in the bus when they sing the song?
No, I hated it. It was made my skin crawl.
Hey, I got a chuckle at that. I liked it. I liked the acting. I could feel the Tom Hardy Venom hate there.
I was with the teenage daughter sitting there rolling my eyes.
There is a bit in the film just after Vegas, after he's done the dance and whatever that creature's come to Vegas because he's done the thing. But then they separate Venom and Tom Hardy. Yeah. And again, the creature should not know where they go for a while. But they actually show the creature jumping on the helicopter kind of thing, following the helicopter. And that made me so furious. I was like, you've one rule. Yeah. One rule. Yeah. And they've already cancelled that. That's my only problem with the movie, apart from it not being very good.
I mean, I have a million problems with this movie, most of it being that none of it makes sense. Like, it's all so illogical, and just, I was lost after 2 minutes, and it never got me back.
You see, if you go into this film, it plays very differently for me, because that is literally the film I thought it was going to be. And I'm okay with that. And I didn't
find it funny. Like the first one, I enjoyed because it's funny. Like it didn't have any of that. There was nothing.
The first one is trash. They're all trash.
No, they're not.
They're trash.
They're not. That's the problem. Like I disagree. I think the first one
it's mad.
I know it's mad. It's a man who gets taken over by an alien. Of course it's mad, but. The first one is good because Tom Hardy's performance is good. And
he's committed,
fun,
yes.
And it's funny. That there's none of that funniness. That the jokes are all gone. Like there's nothing there anymore. Like none of it's funny.
I still think that the Venom Brock stuff works. They can nice little friendship.
How much of it is there? Like
the end still tries to pull a few heartstrings. Nothing there for you.
No, because I think by that point I'm lost. Like by that point I don't give a shit. Like,
it is a bit weird because in my head, Venom is always meant to be a super bad guy. Like, I don't care what you say, Sony in association with Marvel movies. He's a bad guy. He likes to bite people's heads off. And he does.
You know, Marvel Comics where Venom is an anti-hero, member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I'm not on board with all of this. I like my Venom as... I like the computer game Venom that I pretty much just played in Spider-Man 2 on my PlayStation. That's great.
Yeah.
I just don't know. It is what it is.
From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McCain SureCrisp fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. To the last bite, McCain SureCrisp fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
Do you want to have the Rotten Tomato game? Do you want to know anything about money-wise? Do you care?
Yeah, go on then. Let's talk about money. Has it been out long enough for us to talk about money?
Yeah, it is. It's had an opening weekend in a bit,
Okay,
so...
let's talk about money. I imagine it's probably done all right. Yeah.
So the budget for the first one was 100 million. The second one was 110 million. This one's 120. The first film made 856 million, which was a big surprise to everyone, especially the critics. They're like, why are people going to see this film? So obviously there was a second. That was released in 2021, which was, you know, after COVID-y times. People were scared of the cinema at that point.
The first Venom was 2021?
No, the second.
I was going to say, right, okay.
Keep up. That one was 506 million. So not chumps money. Pretty good.
No, it's pretty good.
I think, and so far... This has made an opening weekend in that of 316 million. So it's already made more money than Ghostbusters and Joker and a bunch of other movies. Yeah, it's made more than The Wild Robot, Quiet Place, Garfield, Joker, Ghostbusters, The Fall Guy. It's already made more than Furiosa, Transformers.
It's made more than Furiosa?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Wow, okay.
I'm not sure what it's going to end on, but it's going to go probably above 400, maybe even 500 million again.
Yeah.
Which weird, because it seems there is a market for it. People are going to watch these movies. Well, you were one of them. You were quite excited.
Because the trailer looked really good. I'll be honest, I was sucked in by the trailer.
That doesn't happen. You're like, never again, Dave.
Well, no, because this is why I don't watch trailers.
You're so angry. Let's do the Rotten Tomato game. Thank you, sequelizers. Let's do 1, 2, and 3, okay?
Okay.
Because it's always fun.
Yeah.
So we'll do critics and audience at the same time. So
you're saying the critics hated the first one. I don't remember that. I remember it being mixed.
Okay. What do you think the critics gave the first one?
I think it's pretty mixed, but I think 3 out of 5 is probably fair. So it should be relatively positive. I'm going to go with 68.
30%.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, it did not do well.
Ouch.
Audience score for the first one.
Much higher, because like you say, it made a lot of money. 72.
80%.
See? Critics aren't always right.
I know. I'm with you. Don't worry. Let There Be Carnage, the second one.
Okay, it definitely wasn't as good. Definitely a down step. Critics definitely aren't going to like it as much. Well, they're not going to like it. They didn't like the first one. So, what's the first one? 30, did you say?
30. 30.
28.
58.
What the fuck? Critics are daft. Like, the first movie is 10 times better than the second movie.
Even I think the first one's better than the second one, yes. Audience score for the second one?
61.
84.
84! That's not reasonable. It should, that second movie should not be an 84.
I'm enjoying this so much. Okay, so we're on to Venom 3, The Last Dance.
I cannot see
Critics.
any decent critic giving this more than 2 stars. So I think this is going to be quite low. I'm going to go with 23%.
40% currently.
Fuck off!
183 reviews, yep.
This 40%, and that the first movie gets 30%. That's some bullshit right there. That is absolute nonsense. This is worse than the second movie and way worse than the first. Ugh. Audience, 74.
Audience, 81.
Fuck's sake.
I don't know either, Rich, okay?
Wow. Okay.
It's quite the ride.
Do you know what I will say for this movie?
Go on.
It's better than Joker. It's better than Folie à Deux.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather watch this than Folie à Deux again.
This, in my eyes, I'm going to say it, was fine.
It was fine. It was stupid. It was annoying. The plot was ridiculous. The writing was horrible. But there's a nugget of
entertainment,
personality in there. Just
the CGI
enough.
Is good. It's got a good soundtrack.
The CGI is good. Yeah.
I like the monster design. I liked how their head was like a tree cutter down, whatever it is. When you good, bloody, enjoyed it.
Yep, yeah. It's just one of those movies where things show
fluff.
up and you're like, oh, I wonder if that's going to come back later. Juno Temple's character gets hit by lightning. Oh, I wonder if that's going to come back.
Chiwetel
Ejiofor's randomly using some acid to melt a truck for no fucking reason. I wonder if that's going to come back later. Like, yeah, it's just...
Can you explain the fucking Juno Temple Lightning Brother storyline connection to the rest of the movie?
Not one bit, dude.
No.
Not one bit. Apart from spoilers, at the end merges with the symbiote that's got sort of lightning powers. And then she can use her arm again.
Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. Lots of these symbiotes connect with people so easily, and they said in the first one that it's really rare for symbiotes to connect.
But they don't do it for long. So symbiotes can take over a body, but not for very long. Venom and Eddie are the exception, which is why they've made that. But you never know. Juno Temple and her symbiote might be an exception too, and they might be, being as she got hit by lightning and that one's got electricity things.
Exciting! Yeah, this is fluff.
Do you know the bit I really, really fucking hated?
Oh, geez, he hasn't stopped.
It's the Sadie character with her little Christmas tree badge. And so when she gets a symbiote, the symbiote's green and red like a Christmas tree. Fuck off.
Okay. I've loved this. Proper critics we are.
Yeah.
Proper critics.
Yeah.
This will again be, like I said earlier, if it's on a plane, that's when I watch it. I'm not going to go chasing it down. Do
you know what? I would love to say I'm never going to watch this movie again, but do you know what's going to happen?
Your son's going to want to watch it.
My son loves Venom. My son absolutely loves Venom as a character more than any other comic book character. He loves Venom. So, chances of me avoiding this movie, absolutely none.
I did feel this felt a bit more adult than the last two. Maybe that's just the blood and...
No, they're all pretty adult.
Okay.
Venom bites people's heads off on the regular.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's a 15. The other two are 15s. It's,
okay.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Future of Venom now, quickly.
Well, I didn't see the credit sequences, so I'm not sure if that leads to anything. No, but I mean, to me, it's got to be done, right?
Are those two characters? Well, as in the actor and the...
I imagine they're... Oh, well, I don't know. I think Tom Hardy said he wants to do a Spider-Man movie, doesn't he, with Tom Holland?
That'd be cool. If they actually put one of these things in with Spider-Man. Or
Can't
there is
see
rumours
it
they keep trying to do
personally,
a Sinister Six film.
Yeah.
There are rumours they're trying to gear that up with
Not down with that, really, but...
with Morbius and Madam Web and
Somehow
Kraven the
Venom will have
Hunter.
to undie. But they do have that little vial with a little bit of venom in it still somewhere, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's how Venom's undeaded.
Well, that's something to look forward to, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay, let's score this.
Okay.
Do you want me to remind you what you scored other things
Yeah, go on then.
this year? Just so you don't go
for it.
too harsh on it.
I will.
Okay, so you gave Madam Web a half.
Yeah, it's better than that. No, I'd say it's pretty much as bad as Madam Web, but maybe a little better.
Rebel Moon Part 2, 1.5.
Did I?
Yep.
Wow, that was generous.
You gave Hellboy the Crooked Man 1. And I can't remember what you gave Joker. I haven't really listened to it yet.
Okay. I can't believe I gave The Crooked Man 1. That's
also in the
again,
same. I just listened to it. You said this is worse than what Madam Web, but I don't think you remember what Madam Web gave. So, but scores do change.
I mean, I'd probably give Madam Web 1.5 now, which is what I think I'd give this 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an unequal sequel. I'd rather watch Carnage.
What you think it's first, second, third ranking wise?
Yeah.
They get worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I am more positive than you. I haven't got the hate or the spite for it. Or even the disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, disappointment's probably the major factor of it, to be honest.
Wow.
I just hate watching a movie that doesn't even try to tell a story properly. Like, it just annoys me. Like,
I'll go 2.5.
Wow, okay.
Which is only a half more than you, isn't it? But
no, there's one more than me.
Yeah.
I said 1.5.
Yeah, this is 2.5 for me.
Yeah.
It's not quite a middle of the road movie, but I sat it and I thought this is not the worst thing I've watched in this year by a long way. We've watched much worse, and it is what it is. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was nice to be not surprised and be right.
I didn't
about it.
I didn't hate it as much as Joker, but at the same time, I could quite easily have left halfway through.
Yeah,
I could have happily walked out.
I think I might have enjoyed this more than the second one.
Wow. Okay.
Hang on, I can probably tell us what we gave the second one. Let me find it. How early on did we do it? Okay, we both gave. This can't be right. We both gave Venom: Let There Be Carnage 3.5 out of 7.
I think I'd stand by that. Still, I think that's a 3.5 out of 7, which is still not a positive review on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way.
Okay,
we'd have to give it a 4 for it to be a positive review on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think 3.5 for Carnage is fine, and I think 1.5 is fine. I would give the first Venom movie 4.5, probably.
Okay.
So
well, there you go, guys. Let us know what you think. Get in contact. Rich is going to tell you how, in a positive manner, hopefully.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought of Venom, The Last Dance. Oh, because they had to get a fucking dance in there, didn't they? Because it's called The Last Dance. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop now. Let us what you thought. Let us know what you thought of Venom: The Last Dance. You can get in touch with us on all the social medias. We are at Unequal Sequel on all of those things. Just type Unequal Sequel in the search bar. We'll come up. You'll find us. Or you can send us an email, unequalsequel@hotmail.com. If you really like us, of course, you can join us over on anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where you can join our subscription service for just $2.99 a month. Yes, you heard right. That is only $2.99 a month. Less than £3. What's that? Half a coffee these days? And for that, you can get Disenfranchised, Box Set Mentality, and a sequel to all of our interview episodes. We've almost finished recording season 7 now. We are halfway through it as you listen-ish. Next Monday, the next episode will be halfway.
You're getting there. Yep.
Yeah. We are planning an epic Christmas special. So if this pays off, if this comes off, this could be incredible. So do make sure you tune in for the season 7 Christmas special. I'm really very much looking forward to it. So do that. Join us over there. Hit the auto download button. Hit the subscribe button. Drop into your pod player of choice at least once a week. And if you wouldn't mind, I know I've asked you to spend $2.99 on the subscription service, but this won't cost you anything other than 3 minutes of your time. Go on Apple Podcasts, type us out a review, hit the 5-star button. Please, we desperately want to be proper Rotten Tomatoes critics, and we need 200 5-star reviews to be able to do that. So please get in there and do that for us. We will be very, very grateful. It'll take 3 minutes. That's all I'm asking. 3 minutes of your time.
He doesn't ask much and a lot.
We give a lot. We give hours and hours of our life to this podcast, and all we ask from you is 3 little minutes.
And we were talking about dreams at the beginning. We would like this to do as our full-time job. So if you could all...
My God, I would love it so much.
Yeah. So if everyone could sign up for another slice and then write nice things about us on the internet, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, which,
tell other people about us.
All that jazz. All that jazz. We'll love to do it because we love doing this and we love chatting about movies and sequels and stuff. And this month is going to be a good month for sequels, right? We've got Paddington, Gladiator. We've got Night of the Living Dead we're talking about on Disenfranchised. We're talking... Oh, no, not Disenfranchised. That's District 9. Box Set Mentality. We're doing Night of the Living Dead.
We are,
That's going to be great. And then, it's going to be great. And Season 7's carrying on. And thank you, everyone, for listening. And I'm going to shut up now. So it's a bye-bye from me. Bye-bye. And a bye-bye from him.
Bye!
Well, see you on the next one. Sequel to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Feel a little bit better now. I've got that.
You got it off your chest.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
I wish I joined you in that anger, but I just didn't have it. Maybe next week. Maybe Paddington will make me fucking furious. Don't know why.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't
know what that little bear's going to do to make me angry, but I mean, it's not going to be as good as Paddington 2, is it? So
it can't. It's only down. It's all
Paddington 2's like they were Godfather 2. So.
Yeah, absolutely. When we think about best sequel, Paddington 2. That's
He's up there in the
answer.
conversation, and no one has picked it yet.
I know, right?